Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. So our today's topic is library skills. But we are going to study in today's topic or lecture is what is library, what is cataloging, what is the classification of library, types of libraries, and most importantly the library skill for sure. So library is actually the place where we have a lot of books, and skill is actually the competency to use that place to find out the desired or the book which you actually wanted. So starting from the definition of library, what is library? Library is so as I said earlier, library skill is actually the competency, the capability to use the library. For that purpose, you must have the actual understanding or the proper understanding of what the library is. The question arises here is why library is so much important. Why there is a need to get the command on the skill of library. So the answer is very simple. If you want to put your hands on a high quality resources which are not available on Google, go and visit a library. It will also help you out to dive into the right rabbit hole without wandering aimlessly from one rabbit hole to another rabbit hole to find out where the actual rabbit is hiding, the rabbit which you want. So we have different kind of libraries where people can go and read, research, borrow the books which they want. For example, the books or the manuals, newspapers, magazines, and so on, so on. Everything which they want, they can get from any kind of document which they want, they can get from the library. So we have libraries like National or State Library, Academic Library, Children's Libraries, Special Libraries, Research Libraries, Reference Libraries, and Public Libraries. So the very first type in national or state library. A national library keeps all the documents of and about a nation under some legal provision and thus represent publication of and about the whole nation. According to Morris B., a national or state library serves as a national repository of information and has the right of legal deposit, which is legal requirement that publishers in the country need to deposit a copy of each publication with their library. Unlike a public library, they rarely allow citizens to borrow books. So the examples of national libraries in the world are National Library of India in Kolkata, British Library London, Library of Congress Washington, the Russian State Library Moscow, and so on. Some of the functions which National Library perform are given below, like producing a national bibliography, compiling union catalogs, it makes provision for practical training of library professionals, and etc. An academic library is a library found in schools, colleges, and universities. The main purpose is to support the teaching and the research of college university. It also help out to provide resources and research support for students and faculty of the educational institutes. So it's a gateway for students and researchers to access various resources, both print, physical, and digital. Larger academic institutions may have subject-specific libraries like a science library, a law library, and a medical library. Some of the functions which it performs are to provide facilities for all kind of teaching, learning, educational programs. It conserves knowledge with the help of display of new arrivals, old book exhibition, information bullet. It keep updated the library users with the library activities. It also provides entertainment and healthy layer to users by providing different newspapers, magazines, short storybooks, fiction, internet facility, etc. It also provides reference service through reference section. So here we have a third type of library, which is children's library. Children's library is a special collection of books meant to cultivate a love for reading in children. It is usually kept in distinct rooms or separate rooms of general libraries. And some of the function which it performs are it supports all educational programs of the school, develops self-learning skills of students, keep the teachers and management informed with the latest updates in education sector, and also provides books of simple and meaningful stories of classics, animals and birds to give moral values and ethics to children. In short, it keeps that kind of material which maintain the interest level of students, especially children. Our next type of library is special library. A special library is neither academic, commercial, national, nor public, but it intends to serve the needs of a portion of community requiring detailed information on a limited subject field. For example, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research Library. According to ALA, a library which is established or supported to meet the need of members or in pursuing the goals of organization is actually the special library. Scope of collection and services limited to the subject interest of the host and parent organization. It performs a lot of functions, but we are just discussing a few. The very first one, it selects and procures documents and other sources of relevant information. It subscribes to a good number of journals related to its area. It also gives document delivery service to its users at their doorstep. It responds to the reference queries and make retrospective search of literature as per the user's demand. The next type of library is research library. A research library actually supports scholarly research and will generally include primary as well as secondary sources. It will maintain permanent collections and attempt to provide access to all necessary materials. A research library is most often an academic or a national library, but a large special library may have a research library within its special field, and very few of them largest public libraries also serve as research libraries. According to Young, a large university library may be considered a research library. So it can be either a reference library which does not lend its holding. Some extremely large or traditional research libraries are entirely reference in this sense, lending none of their material. Reference libraries are also non-lending libraries. Instead, they must be read at the library itself. According to Aaron Haft, such libraries are used for research purposes in the university. Some items at reference libraries may be historical and even unique. Many libraries contain a reference section which hold books, dictionaries, which are common reference books and are therefore not lent out. Moving toward the next kind of library, which is public library. These libraries are actually the local gateway to knowledge, provides a basic condition for lifelong learning. Independent decision making and cultural development of individual and social groups are known as public libraries. The public library is defined by Dr. S.R. as a public institution or establishment charged with the care of collection of books and the duty of making them accessible to those who require the use of them. The positive point of this library is its books are some collection of books are available for borrowing. Service community organization that provide free services and events to the public such as reading groups and toddler story time, which make it more interesting because it is accessible to the public also. We were discussing the types of libraries. Their classification was according to the function and the purpose of the libraries. Now moving toward the next part, which is sections of library. All we know that library is all sectioned place. It had different sections in which books are placed categorically. Different genres are placed at different places. So there are many service units, sections of the library. The sections are determined by the size of the library and its ability. Some common sections are discussed here. The very first one is acquisition section. But now what happens in this section? Books are accession. In this section, it keeps a complete and up-to-date record of such books and other regarding materials. This unit is concerned with the selection and the purchase of reading material. So after purchasing, accessioning and labeling all the reading material in the acquisition section, we move toward the cataloging section. The main responsibility of this section is to classify and catalog the reading material. The reading material is being classified according to different classification and schemes. The reading material is after being classifying, Catalog cards are prepared according to ALA cataloging rules of 1978. Catalog cards are filed according to ALA rules for filing catalog cards 1968. Now we are moving toward the backbone of the library, which is also known as the long lawn section. Now, what is actually the main function of this portion of the library is the lending of books. What it do is lend the books, do the orientation of new users, issue and receive books, and other information material including periodicals and generation of user statistics. The next section is short launch section. Contain materials that are high demand but are limited in number. These materials include past papers, abstracts from the book, and etc. The materials here are borrowed for limited time. That is one day and one material. It offers closed access material. The next section is very technical section. This section is charged with the duties and responsibilities of acquiring information, materials, and processing them. It classifies books, catalogs, OPAC. OPAC is actually online public access catalog and any other document in the library. The next section is reference section. This section stocks books that are read or referred to in the library and left there. You cannot borrow them. They are very expensive books. So it provides reference service to fulfill the information needs of teachers, students, and the researcher. In simple words, it actually answers over all W's, like who is who, what is what, and how, and where, and when, etc., to save the time of the youth. The librarian at this section educates readers on how to access reference information from the reference sources without wasting any time. The next type of section, the eighth section is periodical section. It is the source of current and latest published information, which is very useful in research work. It requires journals of almost all subjects. Local newspaper, Daily Nation, Standard, Taifaleo are stocked there. It has loose and bound periodicals. And the next one is National Collection section. This section contains research materials about the country. You will find theses, dissertations, and research reports there. Moving toward the next section, which is children's section. This section is specially designed for the children. The children can get the primary school and high school material from there. The group of children can come and do their readings and research here. Moving toward the next one, which is exhibition cum conference section. In this section, collection of books or documents of few famous distinguished scientists are available or exhibited there. Information regarding different courses inside and outside the country are also found here. Those who want to do the conferences, seminars, and exhibitions, they can also contact to that section of library. The next thing we have is library classification. A library classification is actually a system of coding and organizing library materials such as books, audiovisual materials, computer files, maps, manuscripts, and etc. according to the subject and locating a call number to that information resource. A classification system is simply a pre-established principle for organizing books and other bibliographic items. Examples are the familiar Dewey Decimal Classification, which is used in most libraries and public libraries. The Library of Congress classification system, used in most universities and research libraries. We have different type of library classifications. Number one is universal schemes covering all subjects. The next one is specific classification schemes for particular subjects or types of material. And the third one is national schemes specially created for certain countries. The next thing which we are discussing is library catalog. The catalog is actually the thing or the list which is used to maintain the library materials. A cataloging system allows searching and helps manage circulation. A bibliographic record is prepared by the cataloger on each bibliographic record on the material. So what kind of record is maintained? It is actually a simply author, title, date, subject kind of things. These records can be kept in a traditional card catalog or in an OPAC system. The next term which we need to discuss is citation. Citation is actually a reference to a published or unpublished source. We do citation in any kind of document to avoid the plagiarism. It is to give credit to the original source. More precisely, a citation is an abbreviated expression to cite works of others. APA style is used where the author and date are cited. Citation inserted in the text are acknowledged with author, date, or author, bracket, date. Or you can write as the things are mentioned or written in the body of an intellectual work that denotes an entry in the bibliographic references sections of the work for the purpose of acknowledging the relevance of the works of other to the topic of discussion at the spot where the citation appears. So referencing and bibliography is the word which we used in previous slides. Bibliography actually includes all the sources of information consulted while doing your research. It is a standardized method of formatting the information sources you have used in your assignments or written work. It has two main purposes. It acknowledges the source. It allows the reader to trace the source from which the things are extracted. As I said earlier, that bibliography is usually done in a specific format. A referencing style of writing is a specific format for presenting references, footnotes or endnotes, and bibliography. The most accepted referencing styles which we usually follow are APA, Vancouver, AGPS, MLA, Oxford, Harvard, and Chicago. So in short, everyone should have the knowledge of library to get the high quality, reliable material for their research or any academic purpose. This knowledge will ultimately make you a skilled person who will find out the desired material in no time. Thank you so much.